Welcome to Neutron. I'd like to spend a few minutes explaining what we do here and how we have helped a lot of people all over the world. My name is Dr. Patrick Kingsley. I'm a practicing doctor specialising in nutritional and environmental medicine. I also have my own practice in the Midlands, but I'm also Neutron's medical director. I'd like to explain a little bit more about the Neutron programme, but first may I introduce you to a number of people who have already taken the test.
And I went on the Neutron program because I suffered with skin conditions after my pregnancy.
Fitness is very important to me because I'm a committed rock climber, and I need to keep my weight levels down and my energy levels high.
I lost 9 stone with the Neutron programme. I went from a size 30, which is this, to now a size 10, which is this.
I've been on Neutron for roughly a year now, and I've definitely felt the benefits of it.
Neutron is very much a way of life, and what people must remember is this is not just a one-off diet and then in 8 weeks' time I'll put more on that I've already taken off. This is forever. This is a long term. Like life starts today.
I lost 7 stone on the Neutron programme in 9 months. I went from a 46-inch waist, which is this, to a 36-inch waist, which I'm wearing now.
This summer, for the first time in 3 years, I was actually able to go out into the sun and enjoy the sunlight instead of having to hide from it.
These people all benefited from joining the programme. Let me explain a little bit about how altering a person's diet may change a person's life completely. Neutron head office is near Guildford in Surrey, and it was here that we formulated the scientific process that helps to identify people's food intolerances. That is, those foods to which a person is sensitive. But perhaps it would be sensible first to describe why a food intolerance happens and in fact what it is. To keep it simple, food sensitivity can be divided into 2 parts, an allergy and an intolerance. An allergy is a quick response to something eaten infrequently like peanuts, fish or strawberries. It is an obvious reaction and you don't need a test to tell you what you have reacted to. An intolerance is a slow, chronic, inflammatory reaction to a food you eat regularly like wheat or milk. Contrary to popular belief, not all the food you eat is completely digested before it enters the bloodstream. As blood travels to all parts of your body, the food particles can be transported to all tissue organs. Your immune system does not recognize these food particles and attacks them to try to break them down and disperse them. This work is done by the white blood cells, mainly the neutrophils, although their main job is to protect your body from bacteria and viruses. During this attack, inflammatory chemicals are released. It is these chemicals which can cause damage to the surrounding tissues, and if the food continues to be eaten, severe long-term damage can occur, leading to serious illness. So what's the solution? Well, if the troublesome foods can be identified and removed from a person's diet, then many of these inflammatory illnesses can be made better and in many cases can be reversed completely. So this is how the Neutron programme works. It helps to identify people's food intolerances and of course the foods to which they are not intolerant. So let us now have a look and see how the Neutron laboratory identifies a client's food intolerances. All that's needed is a simple blood sample. Using sophisticated hematology analyzers, the Neutron test combines over 90 foods individually with a sample of your blood to detect which foods cause an immune response and which foods can be safely eaten. Each well on the plate is filled with a food extract or blank, which we use as a control. Your blood is divided into 106 sub-samples. Each blood sample is automatically mixed with an individual food extract. Once the food extract and blood sample have been mixed on the plate, the hematology analyzer aspirates each individual incubated blood and food subsample. The red blood cells are removed, leaving only the white cells. The reaction between the blood cells and the food extract is analyzed by the computer, and the results are displayed on the computer monitor. This highly scientific process is repeated for each of the 91 foods, plus a test for Candida, which is a natural organism in our bodies which thrives on certain foods. Each client's results are analysed and a food plan is formulated. This is an example of a test results sheet. It lists all the foods that the laboratory tests. On the left there is the red list, which the person is intolerant to and should avoid, and on the right is the green list, which are safe to eat. So, how can Neutron really help? As there is now a wealth of evidence in the published medical literature that foods can contribute to an array of symptoms and medical conditions, the Neutron test is an ideal way to start to identify your safe and unsafe foods. One thing more to point out is that the Neutron program will not necessarily be successful for everyone. Even if you can identify the foods to avoid, it's not that simple, because some of the foods you're asked to avoid may be your favourites. And remember, food isn't always the problem, so changing your diet may not necessarily resolve all the problems you have. Now, earlier on in the film, you saw the results of people who've benefited from the program, and there are others that have benefited also.
Neutron has helped babies with infant eczema from 18 months to grannies at 80 who want to get back to gardening more in the summer, who can't lift their hand to comb their hair. The psoriasis improvements that I've seen with Neutron, it's stunning. It's stunning when you look at the before photographs and the after photographs. Asthma, people come in and throw their inhaler at you and say, take it, it's yours, I don't need it. We don't interfere with medication, we don't interfere with common medical practice. We tell people, avoid the foods on your red list, eat the foods on your green list. And there's a protocol, there's a programme and there's a regime attached with Neutron.
In my own practice, I have seen people who've suffered for many years from conditions like arthritis, eczema, asthma, irritable bowel syndrome, whose symptoms have improved considerably or disappeared completely using the Neutron program. How do our clients manage to achieve such excellent results? After receiving the results sheet, many clients find our aftercare service extremely useful. At Neutron, we understand that our clients decide to take the test for many different reasons, and we pride ourselves on the successes they achieve. Our trained Neutron counsellors provide complete aftercare and counselling support, either face-to-face or also on the phone. They are with you every step of the way, giving practical and useful tips and advice, including menu ideas and what to do when you are eating out. This support service is unlimited, and our counsellors are ready to help whenever you need it and for as long as you need it. How can we sum all this up? Well, the Neutron test is an accelerated, automated elimination diet. We have developed a sophisticated scientific test that analyzes a small sample of blood. The test identifies food intolerances, which if avoided will help weight loss, improve levels of energy and general well-being, and help resolve many symptoms of inflammatory conditions.
Over 90,000 people have already joined the Neutron programme worldwide. Booking the test is simple. For more details, see your local Neutron agent or call our booking office on free phone 0800 018 3454. That's 0800 018 3454.